Hello, my inspired entrepreneurs. Welcome to our weekly training. So today's training is going to be about Facebook groups. So I recently started mine, maybe 5-6 months ago. It's a pretty new Facebook group, but I've learned a lot of lessons from starting this Facebook group, and so I wanted to share those with you. Facebook groups are a great place to start building your tribe. It's really a place or it's a channel, a medium that fosters conversations because it is a little bit more private and there's a lot more capabilities and ways that you can interact with each other versus like on Instagram, there's literally all you could really do is like comment, DM, where Facebook, somebody could hop in the Facebook group and make a video. We could do a poll. There's all sorts of different mediums to interact with each other on Facebook groups. So I highly recommend Facebook groups if you are wanting to start an online tribe for your business. So today I have 5 secrets that you need to know before launching your Facebook group. So these are 5 key lessons that I really learned after building mine. All right, we'll jump right into it for our quick little weekly training. So number 1, my first secret is that not everyone is meant to be in your tribe or your Facebook group. So a Facebook group is a little bit different than most other social media where like anyone and everyone can follow you. Unless, of course, you have like your Instagram private, which you don't want to be doing that anyway. I don't recommend it for your business because then nobody can find you. So most social media is very public that everyone can see it. Anybody can follow you and get updates as they choose. Whereas a group you can set to private so that you get to choose who is in your group. And I highly recommend this to create a very high quality community. You want the people that I've talked about this in other trainings, but when you're building your online tribe for your business, you really want to think about who it is that you want to serve and who would enjoy interacting with each other. So be selective so that you have a very high quality community. So that's secret number 1, is that not everyone is meant to be in your tribe. So you want to think about the who of your group, like who do you want in it? All right, secret number 2 is that you need to have a niche for your group. So just like a product or a business, you need a special sauce. So if you just say my group is about business, well, that's a very broad term and you're not going to attract as many people or get as many people interested or get the right people interested in it because that is such a broad term. So you have to think about what really makes your group different. And you can go broad or you can go more specific. So my group is all about doing business in an inspired, heart-centered way. There are other business coaches out there who their groups are all about like messaging. So when you go in there, it's talking all about how to create a message for your business. That's just an example of how you could have something very specific you talk about, or you can have something more general, but you want to add a flavor to it. So what makes it different? What is the niche of your group? So if secret number 1 was the who do you want in your group? Secret number 2 is what is your group about that's going to really attract that person? All right. Secret number 3, front load expectations. So this is just good practice for any part of your business, is that you want to kind of be giving people what to expect up front. So for a Facebook group, that means setting clear rules. A really great rule you want to think about if you're doing a Facebook group is promotions. So in here, anybody can post on Thursdays. In really large groups, sometimes they'll have a post where you can only post under that post. Otherwise, it would just kind of get out of hand within the group. So pay attention to other rules and really think about what rules that you want for your group. And something to keep in mind is that you're not married to these rules. You could always change them later. So right now, for example, anybody can post a promotion in my group on Thursday. But right now my group is pretty small. So as I grow it, maybe it'll get to a point where there's just too much, there's just too many promos on Thursday, and then we want to create a thread for that. So I am more than free to make that change if I want. Another expectation that you want to set is, again, kind of related to 1 and 2. So who can join the group and what kind of people will they find in the group? So this group is really for female entrepreneurs, and I make that clear in the description. It says, welcome female entrepreneurs. Sometimes I get some guys that want to come in the group, but I decline those requests because this is a place for female entrepreneurs. So front load your expectations, set clear guidelines of who belongs in your group, set clear guidelines of what the rules are when somebody is in your group. That way there's no confusion. There's no confusion when somebody is in there. All right, so secret number 1 was not everyone is meant to be in your tribe. So think about the who of your group. Number 2, your group needs a niche or a special sauce. So think about what your group is about. Secret number 3 is to front load your expectations. And that's just great advice for any part of your business. Taking on a new client, getting into a new partnership, starting a new Facebook group, anything. All right, secret number 4 is to take the leadership of your group by the reins. So in the beginning of your Facebook group, you will feel like you are the only one posting. Maybe you invite a couple friends to come and interact in there so it doesn't feel like it's just you. But in the beginning, it will be just you, and kind of expect that. But stay consistent. In the beginning, treat it like a social channel and really kind of set the vibe of the group of what you're posting, and then people will kind of follow suit. Welcome new members. So you want to make sure that as people are joining your group, that they are feeling welcomed and invited, and that they are part of something. So really acknowledge the people, thank them for joining your group, and thank them for being a part of your community. So if you do these 2 things in the beginning as you're creating your Facebook group, you'll see a lot of momentum just from that. So just, treating it like an Instagram account where you're just posting 5 days a week, just posting something in there, starting to get momentum, and you'll see more and more conversations. And as more people join your group, really acknowledging those people and acknowledging and thanking them for being a part of your group will foster interaction and will create momentum within your group. All right, secret number 5 is to use those pre-screening questions. And this really helps for secret number 1 of screening. Well, it's twofold, really. Using those pre-screening questions will help you to screen who is coming into your group. So maybe sometimes what I see is that somebody will want to join my group and they don't answer the questions, but then they're part of like 10,000 other Facebook groups. I usually don't let those people in because they're obviously probably just trying to spam or something, because they're part of so many Facebook groups and they can't take the time to fill out those questions. So that kind of gives you a filter rather than other social media where anybody can follow you. You can choose who you want in your group. So the second part of using those pre-screening questions that I really love is that it can help you get a gauge on what your audience wants. So 2 of my 3 questions, the first one is, what is the area you struggle with most in your business? And the second one is, what do you want to get out of being a part of this group? So getting to know those 2 questions from the people joining the group, I get ideas for content. I have a gauge on what people really care about and what they want to learn about, so that I'm actually delivering content, delivering things that people want. So the group is not like other social media. Even if the beginning, if you're just the only one person, you're the only person posting, it's about everybody. It's about the community. So really get a gauge on what people want and make it about them, not just about you and what you want to create. So those are the two questions that I ask in my Facebook group. The third question, before I was kind of asking, did you download my lead magnet? Now I have a question like, if you'd like updates, pop your email address in here and I'll add you to my list. I think the second one is really great if it's really great if you're driving cold traffic to your Facebook group. So if somebody hasn't seen you someplace else, this is a great place to start that relationship where you're getting them on your email list and they're getting regular communications from you. So those are the type of questions that I recommend asking in for your Facebook group before people get let in. Oh, just a note also on the email addresses, if you're asking somebody, oh, did you download my lead magnet? Or if did you download my lead magnet, or would you like email updates? You get to choose. If they say, no, I don't want email updates, like you get to choose, and you could say this group is only for people subscribed to my email list. You can make that decision for your group if you want, so that it feels a little bit more exclusive. I don't really do that because I think if somebody unsubscribed, it would be a lot of work to kind of go back and forth and take people out. But you are more than welcome to run your group however you like. That's just a little tip on how I do mine. So those are my 5 secrets that you need to know before launching your Facebook group. So number 1 was, not everyone is meant to be in your tribe. So really think about, who is it that you want in there? Number 2, your group needs a niche or a special sauce, something that sets it apart. It's what is this group about that's going to be of high interest to that person that you decided on in secret number 1. Secret number 3 is to front load your expectations, set clear guidelines and rules for your group. Secret 4, take leadership in your group. Take the reins, foster engagement. In the beginning, it really could just be you that is creating content and posting in there, but you will see eventually people will start posting and answering you back and creating momentum. Secret 5, utilize those pre-screening questions. That is one of my favorite places in my business that I'm getting a gauge on what my audience wants. So I highly recommend, if you're not using those, to use those, get information about your audience, ask them if they want to be on your email list. All right, so that is your weekly training. Thank you so much for joining me. The 5 secrets that you need to know before launching your Facebook group. If you have any questions, then leave them below in the comments and I'll come back through and answer any questions. All right, thanks again. Thank you for watching and thank you for being a part of my tribe.